So one day while I was searching for games to make videos on, I casually searched for Shrek games and discovered that there is a game called Shrek Smash and Crash Racing.
Mom, can we have Crash Racing?
No, we have Crash Racing at home.
Crash Racing at home.
Being someone who loves kart racers and Shrek, I just had to have the game, so I decided to call my local game store to see if they had it. Obviously they had it, and because of that I'm gonna make this video that literally nobody asked for. Movie tie-in games typically have a poor reputation, and I'm gonna be honest, I thought this game was gonna be terrible. I thought this video was just gonna be me making fun of the game the entire time. I mean, the back of the box even advertises another game. It's like the developers are saying, don't play this game. But I'm gonna be honest, it actually ended up being pretty decent. Let's start from the beginning. Starting off, you can play as either Shrek, Donkey, Fiona, or the Gingerbread Man, but you can unlock more as you progress through the game. The game starts off with a cutscene of Gingerbread Man and Shrek holding their breath. For some reason. Maybe this is to imply that literally nobody was holding their breath while waiting for this game to come out. Why does Shrek look so cursed? Donkey comes by with Fairy Godmother's wand and Fiona says to be careful and give it back to her. Wait. Doesn't this imply that Fairy Godmother is somehow still alive? Didn't she die at the end of the second movie? I don't know, that looks pretty dead to me. The lore is ruined. I can't do this. Because of video game logic, he uses the wand to try to create a snack, but ends up creating some of the mounts that are used in the game, and Shrek has Willy Wonka levels of enthusiasm while telling him to stop.
Stop! Donkey! Stop!
Stop, don't come back.
I'm suddenly not hungry anymore.
Donkey, look what you've done! Now what are we going to do?
Obviously, we're all gonna race each other because video game logic. While there isn't a story mode for this game, there is something called tournament mode, which has you race each track in the game one after another. The basic gameplay follows what you'd find in most kart racers. You have barrels that contain power-ups that can be used to either help you or inhibit other racers. It's a kart racer, what do you want me to say? On top of that, you can jump and you have a melee attack. My first complaint is that the game doesn't tell you that you have a melee attack or a jump button. Like, I would have liked to have known this. I literally found out about the jump button after I finished playing each track. Why didn't you tell me this, game? Like, the controls aren't overly complicated, but I would have liked to have some kind of guide to tell me how to do things. As a side note, this game was supposed to come with a manual, mine didn't, so if the manual has the controls in it, don't roast me in the comments. Or do roast me, I don't care. I will say the jump button and melee attack really does set this game apart in terms of its mechanics, and I really like that. Your speed in the game is momentum based, and it feels really, really good, especially with some of the crazy speed you can get in this game. Shrek Smash and Crash Racing has a total of 12 tracks, and I'd say visually and thematically they look nice. They might not be ray-traced Minecraft in 4K quality, but they're pretty neat. One thing I will point out is that the track names leave a lot to be desired. Couldn't the devs be a little bit more creative with this? Why not at least call it Shrek Swamp? Oh yeah, this is a movie tie-in game that literally has advertisements for other games in the extras menu. The controls definitely take some getting used to, and I've noticed that the level geometry can do a really good job at fucking you over. At least the physics are realistic. Something that I noticed right away is that unlike other kart racers, there's no minimap that tells you where all the racers are and gives you a basic layout of the map. I don't know why this wasn't included when it's a pretty standard thing in most kart racers, but oh well. For what the game is, it's a lot of fun, and it's cool that the characters have mounts as opposed to carts. Why is Little Red Riding Hood literally riding the wolf? Is that even legal? Also, can you shut up? The character dialogue in this game gets extremely annoying because the characters just don't know how to shut up.
Oh, who's that for to spin the tail on the donkey? You drive uglier than Shrek's driver's license picture. Yeah, who's the noble steed now? Great timing, you know today is garbage day.
I should just not even talk. I'll let Donkey do the commentary. Honestly, I feel like this would be a really fun game to play with friends, and it does have a multiplayer option, but sadly, I don't think any of my friends want to play a Shrek Kart Racer that came out in 2005. Overall, I do like the variety of characters, and I like that the game has a decent amount of tracks that keep the game fun for at least a few hours. There's even a mirror mode, which you can argue brings the total track amount to 24. I'm really reaching here. I do have a couple questions regarding the character options in this game, though. If Fairy Godmother is implied to be alive, why is she not playable? Also, since this game clearly doesn't care about the sacred lore of the Shrek cinematic universe, why can't we play as Lord Farquaad? Why can we play as the executioner from the first movie? Was this like one of the devs' favorite characters? Why is he here? In total, the game took me about 3.5 hours to beat, and I had a decently fun time doing so. There really isn't much more to say about this game, and the game really doesn't offer much in terms of replay value. The only collectible in the game is other characters, and while the game is fun for what it is, I don't really have much more to say about it. To finish off this video, have some highlights of my gameplay. If you've ever wanted to play a good racing game, the Shrek Racing game is where it's at. I will say the music isn't terrible, but where's the Smash Mouth? I spent $12 on this game, by the way. I could have spent $12 on anything else, but that $12 went towards the greatest racing game of all time. Oh no. Oh, that was a dick move. I have a very cursed question. Okay, do you think Lord Farquaad has an OnlyFans? I feel like Lord Farquaad probably has an OnlyFans. And they are just the most poorly taken picture. What if Humpty Dumpty has an OnlyFans? But no one subscribes to it because it's literally just an egg. Is that Lord Farquaad? That is like the most concerning thing I've seen in this game. And I've seen quite a bit of this game. There's another person streaming this? No way. There's another... This is getting out of hand now. There are two of them. At the end of the day, I did enjoy my time playing this game. The game is surprisingly well made for what it is, and it would be a ton of fun with friends. There's a battle mode in the multiplayer menu, and I would love to give that a try, but you know, I kinda need friends. As I said in the beginning of this video, I thought this game was going to be one of the worst games ever made, and this entire video was just going to be me roasting the game. And while it isn't the greatest game ever made, I'm surprised with how much fun I had with it. Do I recommend the game? I mean, it's a Shrek Kart Racer that came out in 2005, so I'd wait for the current gen remaster. Honestly, the only reason I bought this game was to make content on it. Are you really a YouTuber if you don't make questionable life decisions for the sake of content that literally nobody asked for? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my video on Shrek Smash and Crash Racing. If you have for some reason played this game, let me know what you think. I found it to be a surprisingly competent game, and I genuinely had fun with it. Anyway, if you like this video, be sure to subscribe, and I also stream on Twitch every now and then. I stream this game on Twitch, so if you come by, I'd love to see you there. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you're having a good day, and I will see you soon.